And it's time to go racing from Martinsville. Up front will be Kenny Hyde Jr. and Jeremy Gardner. Auto Cruz Dean Webb have the second row. Patrick Gitter, Charles Joplin on the third row. Tony Caron and Bryant DeYoung on the fourth row. Jeremy Edwards and Ryan McDaniel round out the top 10. Then Jacob Morgan, Patrick Piper, 11th and 12th. 13th is going to be Chris Lockwood, Joe Ogle in 14th. James Smith is 15th. Pudge is in 16th. Brandon Newby 17th. Blake Vicken 18th. Blair Patterson 19th. And PJ Cox in 20th. 21st will be Justin Swafford. Colby Whipple in 22nd. Nate Johnson 23rd. Bradley Wright in 24th. 25th is going to be Bradley Hunt and Jarrett Woodard in 26th. Kevin Bernheimer 27th. And then 28th, Brian O'Shell is 29th, Russell Worth is 30th, and 31st is Brandon Hubbard. And whoever is in 28th, nice try. Oh, my. All right, as all the drivers take to the grid. All right, per Brandon Newby's request, here we go. Gentlemen, start your engines! They are down and away. Apparently they listen to me. That's weird. Nobody listens to me. Oh, wait, I have all daughters. Never mind. All right. As they go down the back straightaway here, everybody lining up, getting stacked back up for the restart. This is going to be exciting. All right, one more time around, then the pace car will pull off. Kenny Hyde Jr., Jeremy Gardner will lead them down. Yes, Otto. Good luck to Barry, too. All right, pace car is in. Big deep breath, guys, because here we go out of turn 4. Green flag is in the air there, down and away at Martinsville. Kenny Hyde Jr. gets a good jump, a lot of battling right behind already. Jeremy Gardner up to the high side, gets shuffled back a little bit. Rick, or a caution. Looks like Brandon Newby involved. Down into turn 1. The 38 gets pushed up. A lot of checking up. Pudge has nowhere to go. PJ Cox has nowhere to go. And a lot of guys end up turned around early enough in the race. Nobody should be affected too badly. And pretty minor damage. Blake Vicken gets caught in it. Blake Vicken has nowhere to go. The 12 has nowhere. And the 05 of PJ Cox, everybody else manages to get clear, but not the way they wanted to start this one. Looks like Russell Worth might have been caught. I think I just saw Russell Worth driving a Chevy. Russell Worth is in a Chevy tonight. Just assume Russell's going to win. He's been fast despite having a Ford all these weeks. Now he's in a Chevy. He'll come back through the field and pull off the win. Wow. There's some strange things afoot at the Circle K tonight, folks. Wow. Russell, I have to say, buddy, I am proud of you. All right, the pace car will wave Russell Worth and Blake Vicken by here in just a moment. Couple of cars hit pit road. Colby Whipple, PJ Cox, Brandon Newby. They went in and got manual repairs. Nobody using their fast repair this early, especially with minor damage. As they looks like they're about to stack back up. It's going to be Kenny Hyde Jr., Otto Cruz, Jeremy Gardner, Dean Webb, Patrick Gitter for the top 5. Then Charles Joplin, Tony Caron, Jeremy Edwards, Brian DeYoung, and Jacob Morgan rounding out the top 10. Couple of guys who avoided the chaos, Nate Johnson, Bradley Hunt, Kevin Bernheimer, all pick up 4, 5, 6 spots, as well as the driver of the 86, whose first name is Barry. Colby Whipple has already blown his engine. Hopefully he has a backup. Brandon Hubbard apparently did not start the race. Lights are out on the pace car. Pace car is in. Kenny Hyde Jr. controls the restart. Otto Cruz to the outside. And they're down and away. Green flag is in the air. Kenny Hyde Jr. gets an awesome jump into turn 1. Everybody trying to, a lot more patience here early. After that early incident, guys taking it fairly easy. A lot of rear bumpers and spoilers have some damage. The 69, oh, we've got a car spinning behind. No caution yet. Looks like Nate Johnson involved and several others. Let's see what happened. Nate checks up. Just gets in. The 99 came down a little bit. Pudge is there. Kevin Bernheimer. Everybody stacks up behind. And the caution does eventually come out. Looks like Blake Vicken got caught again. And look at that, the 77 makes it through with almost no damage. That's because he's in a Chevy. And you see a lot of damage or marks on the doors anyway already for a lot of these drivers. PJ Cox has been caught both times. Let's take a look at his incident and see. He obviously had gotten some manual repairs. Expect to see a lot of guys on pit road again. He tries to check up, goes up to the high side, and it just stacks up. He gets a little front end damage again. A lot of trucks involved this time. Looks like Bradley Wright went to pit road. Blake Vicken was on pit road. Jared Woodard entered pit road. Jacob Morgan also on pit road. Guessing none of them did a fast repair early. Was not enough damage for any of the cars that I saw to do a full fast repair. Most of these guys just getting manual repairs. Trevor Sotheby cheering on Barry in the 86 car. There's Barry. As they stack back up for the restart. Looks like the lights came back on for a moment. Still Otto Cruz, Kenny Hyde Jr. up front. Jeremy Gardner and Dean Webb have been hanging with them. Patrick Gitter, Charles Joplin, Tony Caron, Jeremy Edwards, Brian DeYoung, and Chris Lockwood all have the top 10. Jacob Morgan 11th, Patrick Piper in 12th, James Smith is 13th, Ryan McDaniel 14th, Blair Patterson in 15th, and he has been starting toward the back of the field every week, but is working his way up through the field very, very quickly. All right, pace car is back in. Auto Cruz controls the restart. Otto is down and away. Once he hits the restart zone, green flag back in the air. Gets a good jump on Kenny Hyde and caution. Brad Hunt. Oh, he just gets on the gas, spins it around to the high side, manages to hold it up there. Everybody gets clear. Patrick Gitter went to pit road. No, I apologize. Patrick did not go to pit road. I'm looking to see who actually went to pit road. Doesn't look like anybody is on pit road now, although Nate Johnson and Bradley Wright are both being scored a lap down. And looks like they are getting waved around now. Kevin Bernheimer, so far the biggest mover of the race, despite being caught in that first incident. He has managed to work his way up to 18th after starting in 27th, up 9 spots. As everybody gets ready for the restart. Should be getting one to go this time by. Have not seen any pit stops for tires or fuel yet. Way too early. Only 16 laps into this 200 lap event. Lights are out on the pace car. Pace car is in. Auto Cruz gets a good start. Green flag is back in the air. Kenny Hyde Jr. managing to hang. Off into turn 1. A lot of guys obviously being a lot more cautious this time. Back down the back straightaway. Looks like everybody comes off the turn 2 clean. As we look back through the field, Pudge has been right behind. Every incident so far has dropped back to 17th, but looking for a way forward here. Russell Worth, who started back at the back of the field, is now up to 22nd and will continue to advance because he's in a good truck this week. Charles Joplin, involved in a crash. Caution is out. Down into the turn, Charles up on the high side, and he starts losing the back end in front of the whole field. Great job by all the other drivers managing to avoid it. Finally able to correct the car. Charles Joplin at the tail end should be waved around. Auto Cruz still has the lead. Blair Patterson now up 10 spots just by avoiding a lot of chaos in that 91 truck. Watching to see if we... Nope, not getting one to go yet. Charles Joplin waiting to be waved around the pace car. A little bit of chaos here early. Expect this thing once we get a good... once this gets green flag for about 10 or 15 laps, could very well go green flag for the majority of the race. Once the field spreads out at Martinsville, tends to run a lot of green flag laps. Trevor Sotheby. So tonight's race is brought to you by Into Being, and perfect comment by Trevor. Into Bonk 100. Nice. Brian Nelson cheering on Pudge. Pudge managed to avoid that one. Got some cars getting back to the lead lap. Jarrett Woodard getting back to the lead lap. Charles Joplin, it will be waved around here in a moment back onto the lead lap. And of course, huge shout out to all of our sponsors. We'll talk about them throughout the night, throughout the race, but huge shout out to Into Being for sponsoring both the season and being this race sponsor for tonight. Go check them out. They do a lot of great stuff, a lot of great medical equipment, and some really cool stuff out there that is definitely helpful. Stuff that I've even sat and looked at. Pace car is in. And auto is down and away. Green flag is back in the air. Looking back through the field, making sure everybody gets through turn one cleanly. Auto out front. Down the back straightaway. Everybody seems to make it out of turn two this time. Got a car. The 79 was in the wall. That is Jarrett Woodard. In the wall in the front stretch. Caution is out. Looks like Barry was involved. Get the right replay here. Barry up on the high side. Russell Worth goes flying by. Oh, and as we talked about in pre-racing, we've seen a couple times cold tires. These guys aren't getting enough laps to get the temperature up in the tires, so they don't have a lot of grip, losing the back end, and once you lose it, everybody is so close here, there's not a lot of room to save it. I know I'm going to regret doing this, but hey Barry, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, buddy. How are you?
I am great, man. I know you had a little problem coming off the turn. We're seeing a lot of that early on here. Is it just cold tires not allowing you to get any grip up high?
It is. It's a combination of a lot of that. Getting on the brakes a little hard when you have to. She's driving pretty loose.
It definitely looked like it, and looks like it's been a struggle early on. You started moving forward. This incident obviously putting you to the back. Are you going to be able to work your way back to the front?
Yeah, I think so. It's going to be, I think this is a survival of the fittest to gain spots, definitely, but we're going to work our way as best we can.
All right, well, good luck, man, and I got to say, when I saw your name, I just about died laughing. That was great.
Yeah, I heard you when you were doing the introductions. Otto Cruz and I, we worked together, and this started out as a joke. So when I sign on to a race, I never know what my name's going to be from that next day. So it's pretty fun that the team gets together and makes it and has a good time with it.
Oh, that is awesome, man. Good luck tonight.
I appreciate it, buddy. Thanks.
All right, I'm only going to say this once, but that was Barry McCockiner. Who brought out this caution. Oh boy. All right. everybody stacking back up for the restart. 30 cars started the race, 29 still on the lead lap. Jarrett Woodard and Brian O'Shell are back on pit road, and we'll have to see how quick their stops are and if they lose a lap here, but everybody has been able to get back to the lead lap pretty quickly. Brian O'Shell looks like he might make it off pit road in time. Jarrett Woodard is probably going to lose a lap here. Yeah, me too, Arthur. Me too, buddy. I am looking forward to seeing what they have next in the coming weeks, because that was just the Fun League that we broadcasted before. When they use AI cars, there's a lot of names like that in there, if Nick Frank is the one to name them. All right, pace car is in. Otto Cruz in control of the restart again. Kenny Hyde Jr. fell for it. Otto held back, and Otto is down and away. Green flag is back in the air. Otto's been getting a start as soon as he hits the restart zone every time. That time he held off, and Kenny Hyde Jr. got a little tripped up there as they come down the back straightaway. Chris Lockwood is picking up a lot of spots. Blair Patterson up 13 spots now. He is in 6th place, and it looks like there was an incident a moment ago. No caution yet. Let's see if we can see what happened. Looked like Bernheimer and Brad Wright. Oh, I don't know what happened to... It looks like Bernheimer just did not get going. Everybody around him has to check up. I think he might have had technical difficulties. A lot of cars around, no caution. Everybody gets moving again. We'll have to see if we can get an update from Kevin Bernheimer in a few moments. Otto Cruz catches up. Pudge was caught into that. He was backwards in the wall. Managed to get the truck going, but he is now going a lap down. Still early in the race, though. We could see these guys that go a lap down here make that ground up before the night is out. Otto Cruz in the lead. Kenny Hyde Jr. in second. Jeremy Gardner in third. As mentioned, Blair Patterson started in 19th, already up to 6th. Chris Lockwood, who started in 13th, is up to 7th now. Also, Russell Worth, who started in 30th, is now up to 18th. He is really enjoying that Chevy power tonight. Caution is out. It looks like James Smith involved this time. As they come by Pudge. Oh, James gets loose, and Bernheimer coming off pit road gets collected. Otto Cruz has led every lap so far. Hey, Otto, it's Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, you've led every lap so far. Probably not the way you wanted to, but I gotta say, you got pretty smart on those restarts.
Yeah, Kenny's pretty good on restarts too, so I mean, I got to try to change it up a little bit time to time. But I guess we're going single file now, so it kind of takes that away a little bit.
Well, it does, and it also stretches the field out. Might give you a little bit of an advantage, at least early in the run.
Yeah, I think if we can go green for a while, I can get away from him a little bit.
Well,
start saving some tires.
Yeah, well, definitely, you've definitely been able to save tires and fuel here, so you can definitely go stretch it a lot further here tonight.
Yeah, man.
And we did talk to your friend Barry earlier, by the way. That that was great.
Sorry, Doug.
I was dying. That was awesome, though. That was quite funny.
Yeah, tune in every week, man. His name changes every week. You just haven't caught on yet.
I will definitely be paying more attention going forward.
10-4, brother.
All right, good luck, Otto.
All right, man.
All right, Blair Patterson is not available. He was the next one. So next time we're going to try and talk to, I've got a couple of these drivers moving up through the field that we're going to talk to. Sounds like they're going single file on the restarts now to avoid a little bit of the chaos. However, that will stretch the field out. A half-mile track with 30 cars on it is going to take up a large portion of the track. As you can see there, that is them single file right now. So about 2/3 of the track is filled up, or well, about half the track right now. Once they get going, it'll stretch out pretty quickly. Lights are out on the pace car. Auto Cruz will control the restart, single file restart. Pace car about to drop into pit road. There he goes. And out of turn 4, Otto is down and away. Green flag back in the air. Everybody still single file for the first little bit of this. Everybody trying to get something early here. Blake Vicken and Pudge both look like they're back on the lead lap now. Looked like they were trying to make a move on Charles Joplin. Didn't have enough of a gap yet, but Vicken's got a run. Auto Cruz starting to open up a little bit of a lead on Kenny Hyde Jr. Jeremy Gardner and Patrick Gitter right there on the back bumper. Dean Webb right there with them, and Blair Patterson. Justin Swafford, another driver who has moved up a lot of spots. He started in 21st. He is now up into the top 10. Colby Whipple has picked up 9 spots since the start of the race as well. And Russell Worth with that new Chevy Power started in 13th up to 15th. Expect him to just come lap the entire field before this thing is all said and done. Otto's lead now 1 second over Kenny Hyde Jr. The rest of the field pretty stacked up for the moment. Oh, we've got a car. I believe that's Blair. No, that was not Blair Patterson. Patrick Piper had a problem up off of turn 2. Got a little loose. Managed to hold on to it, though. Brad DeYoung and Bradley Wright in an incident caution. Down into the turn, and oh, Bryant just loses the back end. A lot of rear brake in these trucks to help him turn. Let's see what happened to Bradley Wright. And same thing with him. A lot of these guys have to dial in rear brake just to help the car rotate under braking a little bit. But the downfall to that is too much rear brake, too hard, and your back end goes around. Looks like Otto has a little bit of a bump on the back of his car. Let's see if anybody goes to pit road this time. All right, doesn't look like we have any takers yet. We'll see if they do into turn 3, and then we're going to try and grab a driver. I don't think we're going to see many of the leaders hit pit road, and does not look like it. Hey, Russell, this is Doug in the booth. You got me? Hey, Russell, this is Doug. You got me? Well, I thought we had him for a minute. Oh, looks like some possible technical difficulty on Russell's end. Russell now up to 13th place after starting 30th. Brian O'Shell and Bradley Hunt both have been to pit road and come back out. Looks like both were down for repairs. Also, I believe Barry went to pit road. Brenda, I have to agree, he would not have done this well. Russell would not have done this well in a Ford. Pace car is back in. Auto Cruise will control the restart. And Auto is down and away. Tricked Kenny Hyde again. Green flag back in the air. Kenny Hyde Jr. in second, losing a little bit of ground already. Jeremy Gardner in third. Gitter in fourth. Dean Webb in fifth. Blair Patterson continuing to make his march forward. And caution. A rough race for some of these drivers. There is Barry. Oh, and he just drives up. Didn't realize Pudge was there. Pudge pushes him all the way to turn one. And it looks like Brian O'Shell was also in an incident at roughly the same time. Looks like he was right behind this. Oh, he just pulls over and stops. Wise move by Brian O'Shell. Amy Rochelle cheering on Team Hunt, led by Brad Hunt. Brad Hunt back in 27th, trying to claw his way back up. He has been in contention in a lot of races here recently, but tonight has not been his night. Patrick Gitter came into the night with the points lead with 2 wins this season and currently is running in fourth. As Brad Hunt gets waved back around, he'll be back on the lead lap. Of the 30 cars on track, 27 on the lead lap. While they continue to pace, that is saving a lot of tire wear and a lot of fuel. We could see this thing be a single stop race if the trend continues as it is. Barry is at the tail end. He is going to be waved around, but he is about 7 laps behind. That'll put him about 6 laps down, so he is starting to make up some of that ground he lost after being caught in several incidents. Lights are out on the pace car. Auto Cruise will lead them around again. Not much change in the top 10. But a lot of positions changing hands mid and back in the pack as drivers start to avoid chaos and make their way forward. Pace car is in. Otto is down and away. Green flag is in the air. Off into turn one. Everybody so good so far. PJ Cox gets a little loose, ends up in the outside wall. Pudge slipping by. Pudge is now back on the lead lap, but back in 27th. Meanwhile, Auto Cruz trying to open up a lead on Kenny Hyde. Jeremy Gardner in third. Patrick Ginter in fourth. Dean Webb in fifth. And caution. Jeremy Edwards involved. He tried to toe to pit road before the caution came out. Was not able to do so. And just gets loose off of turn two. All right, let's see if we can dial up Russell Worth one more time. We'll give it a shot. Hey, Russell, this is Doug. You got me? One more time. Apparently not. Colby Whipple had an engine blow earlier in the race and is already back up into 11th. Let's see if we can get a hold of him. Hey, Colby, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Doug. How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm doing good. You mentioned earlier that your engine blew already and you're already up to 11th?
Yeah, man. That caution on the first lap, I just got into the back of another car trying to slow down, and it ended up causing my car to overheat while we were racing. So thankfully, I had one faster pair that I had to use on that first lap, and now I'm just trying to keep it clean.
Well, you're definitely doing something right. I mean, you started in 22nd, obviously an issue on the first lap, and already made your way back up to 11th. Can you keep it clean enough to work your way up into the top 5?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to think that the race is going to continue this way the entire time. So if we get some long green runs, we'll see. It'll be pretty challenging. But if it does end up being these few laps and a caution over and over, yeah, I guess I should be able to keep it clean.
All right, man. Well, stay out of trouble. It's definitely not the way you wanted to start, but it's going your way now, buddy.
Yeah, it's going a lot better than I thought it would.
All right, good luck, man.
All right, thank you.
That's weird. I drag him up, and I can actually hear his mic. I can hear him talk, or actually, last time, Brenda, I could hear him in the back, or I could hear myself in the background. As they go green again, Auto Cruz leads them down through 1 and 2. And looks like we got a car up high struggling. That is Bryant DeYoung, who got stuck up on the high side, now losing quite a few spots. Manages to slot back in, but he is now back into 14th. Meanwhile, Auto Cruz continues to lead here. He's led all 68 laps so far. Kenny Hyde Jr. has been right behind him. Jeremy Gardner has been right there. But the man really, one of the two biggest movers, Blair Patterson, started 19th. He's up to 6th. And Russell Worth is now up to 11th after starting 30th. I've been telling Russell for weeks now, get a Chevy. And look at what happens when he does. And he's got Brandon Newby right behind him. Brandon involved in that very first incident has managed to fight his way back up to 12th. Charles Joplin and Blake Vicken both have been involved in more than one incident, just coming around at the wrong times. Are starting to work their way forward again, 15th and 16th right now. On Russell Worth's nose here as we go through. Brandon Newby managing to slip by. And Otto Cruz still has the lead. But now Otto is coming into lap traffic. We'll take a couple laps with the leader here in just a moment as he comes out of turn 4. And there you see the tail end of the field as Otto has had clean track in front of him all night tonight. But now that the green flag is staying out, these guys are going to start having to deal with lap traffic and having to battle each other while fighting the lap traffic. It's going to make things very, very interesting, especially for the leader. And as we saw last week at Bristol, sometimes the guy that navigates the lap traffic the best is the guy that comes out on top. And oh, a car in the wall. It's Brad Hunt again. Brad Hunt has had some great runs recently, but as we mentioned earlier, no luck. Oh, it looks like PJ Cox just got into the corner a little bit deeper. And we might see our first round of pit stops here. Lap 75 of 200. We could see guys come in, get fuel, and possibly tires. Tire strategy might be an issue here tonight. Some guys taking 2, some guys taking 4. We'll have to watch and see what the drivers do here. Brandon Newby is currently signing autographs under caution for anybody that needs them. So if you need a Brandon Newby autograph, just give him a shout out. And Brad Hunt is back on pit road for repairs. The leaders all stay out. And it looks like Barry is getting another one of his laps back here. Now he is only going to be about 4 laps behind. Kevin Bernheimer has apparently gone to the, somehow or another, is both driving the car and he is going to do autographs at the t-shirt stand. Oh no, it looks like Bernheimer might be done for the night. So that makes Kevin Bernheimer the first one out. Bradley Wright appears to be out. I think Jeremy Edwards is also out. And did Patrick Gitter just have an incident under caution? Oh, I don't know what happened there. That is obviously something broke bad. A lot of drivers had to check up. It looked like, I think he might have had a pedal issue. Jeremy Gardner obviously on the receiving end of that, whatever that was. Like I said, I am guessing that was a pedal issue because that is not something you would see him do normally. And obviously heavy damage to the 21. Kevin Bernheimer is confirming Patrick Gitter is having problems with his pedals. Lights are out on the pace car. Out of turn 2, everybody getting single file again. Still 25 cars on the lead lap. Along with a couple of drivers starting to work their way back to the lead lap, Brad Hunt and Barry. Pace car is in. Otto is down and away, green flag back in the air. Kenny Hyde Jr. stays with him on this restart. They pull way away from Dean Webb on the way into turn 1. And looks like we've had another incident. On-track caution is out. And I think Patrick Gitter might be... Obviously, Patrick Gitter trying to get on the gas. He drops down. Has to stop by the inside. Well, it looks like he doesn't have any control over the throttle and brake of his car right now. Can't exactly tell what is going on with there, but obviously he was stopping, trying to rectify it, and just brought the caution out. Brad Hunt will be the lucky dog on this one, which should put him I think one lap down. No, that will put him back to the lead lap. I stand corrected. Ryan McDaniel called his shot last week, saying he was going to win here tonight. He is already up into 6th place. Hey Ryan, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, you called your shot last week at Bristol, said you were going to win it here tonight. You're in 6th already. Are you going to be able to get all the way up there and deal with Otto?
Hey, we're gonna give her our best shot. That's all we can do. As long as the tires hold on, and everything goes our way, I think we got a shot.
Well, you've definitely avoided a lot of chaos that happened around you so far tonight. Are you going to be able to keep it out of trouble with all the activities going on track?
Well, God willing. That's all we can do. Is give her a shot. Try to avoid everything.
Well, I guess based on your paint scheme, if nothing else, go hit the pace car.
Hey, absolutely.
All right, man. Good luck, and hopefully that calling your shot last week pays off tonight.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Ryan McDaniel, currently in 6th, but after being out early at Bristol, called his shot, said this would be his week. Lights are out on the pace car. Otto Cruz will lead him down. It is still Otto Cruz, Kenny Hyde Jr., Dean Webb, Blair Patterson, and Chris Lockwood in the top 5. Pace car is in. Otto Cruz is away. Green flag is back in the air. Good restart again by Otto. And a lot of battling out of turn 2. Jacob Morgan up there battling with Bryant DeYoung. Russell Worth has now made his way into the top 10. He's in 10th. He's got Charles Joplin right behind him. That is the biggest move of the night so far. started in 30th place and is up to 10th. Otto Cruz, while Kenny Hyde Jr. got the best restart he's had all night and was with Otto off into turn 1, Otto has started to pull away already. The front 4 or 5 starting to spread out. Blair Patterson now up into 4th after starting in 19th. Worth noting, Blair Patterson is also in a Chevy, so the 2 biggest movers of the night are in Chevys. Otto Cruz has that clean track early, but as we talked about, the longer it stays green, the more lap traffic he's going to have to get into. Kenny Hyde Jr. was one of the advantages he had last week, was able to navigate a lot of it. Caution! He was able to navigate a lot of the lap traffic better than others. Looks like Jacob Morgan involved this time. Oh, Jacob just gets loose right in front of Russell Worth. Charles Joplin clips him. Gets the car righted, but a little too late. The caution came out. Looks like James Smith might have had an incident as well, or he may have just been avoiding. No, he gets a little tap. Goes around in front of a big, big group of cars. Now, will we see pit stops as we approach the halfway mark? Otto Cruz stays out. Most of the lead lap cars are staying out. I have to agree, Brenda. I think that Chevy has a top 5 in it. Russell's up to 8th. And look at this, involved in the first 2 incidents, has made his way up into the top 10. Pudge is back in the fight. Patrick Gitter, fighting pedal issues, has now dropped back into 24th. Swafford, another one that has made his way through the field. He started in 21st. He is up to 9th. Patrick Piper, another one who's made up a lot of ground here tonight, started in 12th up to 6th. Let's see if we can catch Dean Webb. Hey, Dean, this is Doug. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Doug.
Hey, a lot of chaos behind you, but you're staying up there in the battle in the top 3. Are you going to be able to get up there and do something with Otto and Kenny?
I think if we can stay green here, I can make a run and maybe get up to Otto.
Well, it has been a bit of a rough one, but you guys almost got into lap traffic. Do you think that's going to be a big issue tonight?
I'm hoping I can use them as a pick.
All right, man. Good luck. About to go green.
Thank you.
All right, Dean Webb restarts in 3rd. Otto is down and away. Kenny Hyde does not keep up with him on this one. He loses a couple of car lengths. Blair Patterson slips up into 4th now as he slips by Patrick Piper. Ryan McDaniel in 6th. Bryant DeYoung 7th. Russell Worth now up into 8th. And Justin Swafford up to 9th. Pudge has made it back into the top 10. As we approach the halfway point, a lot of cautions tonight, a lot of caution laps. Some of these leaders will stay out as long as possible just so they can possibly make this a one-stop race. I agree, Brenda. He should have went with the Chevy to begin with. And look at all the good luck Russell is having in that car tonight. Brian O'Shell is another driver who started. Oh, we've got a car in the wall. It's the 12 of Colby Whipple. Gets into the wall, in the middle of 1 and 2, manages to pull it back down. Brian O'Shell started back in 29th. He is up to 16th. He is starting to make his way forward. He has managed to avoid a lot of chaos, even completely stopping on track. Got a spin on the backstretch. No caution yet. Looks like Joe Oak, caution is out. And just gets loose on throttle off of turn 2. Now that we have reached the halfway point, do we see the leader stop for fuel? A lot of trucks. Here they come down to pit road. The first stop of the night for the leaders. Otto Cruz, Kenny Hyde Jr., Dean Webb, Patrick Piper, Ryan McDaniel, Brian DeYoung, Russell Worth, Pudge, all on pit road. Blair Patterson stays out. Swafford stays out. Blake Vick and Tony Karen, Jeremy Gardner all stay out. Nate Johnson stays out. A few of these drivers were on pit road earlier. Justin Swafford was on pit road lap 50. Blake Vicken and Tony Karen, lap 75. Jeremy Gardner, Nate Johnson, lap 82. Chris Lockwood, just a few laps ago. Same with Jacob Morgan, same with Charles Joplin and Brandon Newby. So a lot of these drivers got their pit stops in early, taking advantage and while they were on pit road for repairs, and now are going to be up front. Blair Patterson, however, has not been to pit road at all tonight. Hey, Justin, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
10-4, what's up?
Hey, you were on pit road just about 50 laps ago. I have to ask the all-important question. Do you have enough fuel to go the distance, or are you going to have to stop one more time?
According to my fuel calculator, I got enough, but that could change if we get some green flag runs going.
Well, that has definitely been a help for a lot of you guys that had incidents earlier, got on pit road earlier, but are you worried about the tires at all with some of these lead lap guys going in and getting tires right now?
Not really, because before I pitted and took a set, and all my stuff was still like 99% all around, so tires aren't really wearing that bad.
Oh, well, that is definitely a plus here tonight. And with the caution laps, that's definitely going to help. Well, you're in second now. Are you going to be able to get around Blair? I know you two have been racing pretty close all night.
Yeah, we'll give him the room. I'm tired of doing these pace laps, so we'll try and keep it clean until, about 2 to go. Then we'll see what happens.
And will we see a little rattle the cage if needed?
It might just happen.
All right, man. Good luck. Great strategy play here. It looks like you are in the best seat in the house.
Thank you.
So you heard it here. As of now, Justin Swafford can make it the distance, which means everybody behind him that stopped on lap 75 or later can also make the distance. The only one who can't is the leader. That is Blair Patterson. As he comes out of turn 4, And down and away, green flag in the air. 93 laps to go. Out of turn 2, no chaos yet. And it looks like Brad Hunt, after getting some repairs, has had a little bit more damage, but is trying to start making his way back forward. He is one of the 2 drivers that has been working to get his laps back here, along with Barry. And it looks like, as of right now, Blair Patterson is starting to pull away from Swafford just a little bit. Auto Cruz involved in an incident. Caution! Auto Cruz trying to fight his way back up through the field. Let's see what happened. Auto drops down to the bottom underneath Jacob Morgan. Oh, gets on the gas, loses the back end, manages to stay or keep it down low and not impact anybody else. Auto had just been on pit road for fresh tires. Now the question becomes, does Blair pit here? Or does he think he can stretch the fuel from here? Tire wear, as we heard, not a huge issue. So the big question is fuel, and Blair Patterson is the only driver that has not been on pit road tonight. And he is dropping down to the bottom. Will he come to pit road here? No, he is going to stay out. The highest running car right now that went to pit road under that last caution is Kenny Hyde Jr., who has made his way up into 10th. And a lot of these drivers obviously able to make it on fuel. Let's see if we can talk to Blake Vicken. Hey Blake, this is Doug. You got me? Hey Blake, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I know you got caught in a lot of chaos early on, but a little bit of strategy goes a long way because now you're up here running in third.
Yeah, pitted a few cautions ago. Just hoping to give a good long run, get a nice rhythm going.
Well, it's definitely paying off because I know you can make it on fuel. I know tire wear's not been a real issue tonight, and that car in the lead has not been to pit road yet either. So you and Justin might be in the catbird seat here.
Well, hopefully. Pretty good track for me.
Well, hopefully it works out, man. You're having a great run, and I got to say, a great recovery from the incidents early on, man.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
Blake Vicken currently running in third. Blair Patterson has not been to pit road. They have been out there for 114 laps now. And I know they can save fuel. You know what? Let's see if Blair, as the lights go out on the pace car, trying to see if he is cutting the engine. He is pacing in fourth gear. That will save a lot of fuel. We might see a whole lot of other tricks before this is all said and done. Pace car is in. Blair controls the restart. Green flag is in the air, and Justin Swafford almost got him, trying to get restarted a little quicker. And look at this. Tony Karen has now made his way up into fourth. Jeremy Gardner back in fifth. Auto Cruz has had another incident. No caution yet. And there it is. Auto trying to fight his way back up to the front. really struggling. Cold tires. We saw this very early on in the race where cold tires were causing a lot. Blair Patterson has come to pit road. Swafford is going to take the lead. And that moves Tony Karen now up to third. And everybody will be good on fuel from here. Now the question is, does Blair take a full fuel load in tires? He is going to take right side tires at least. And he is taking 4 tires and a full fuel load. Justin Swafford takes the lead for the first time tonight. Blake Vicken in second, Tony Karen now in third, Jeremy Gardner fourth, Nate Johnson up to fifth. Chris Lockwood is sixth, Jacob Morgan seventh, Charles Joplin eighth, Kenny Hyde Jr. in ninth, and Dean Webb in 10th. Apparently, Otto Cruz's technical difficulties it appears he may be done for the night. We'll have to watch and see. Obviously, the pedal issues having a massive, massive impact. Swafford's in the lead for the first time tonight. I do believe this is his... no, he has led laps at other races this season. Now Swafford is merging with the pace car. You gotta love it when they do that. Almost, but not quite camouflaged. Oh, Otto Cruz saying his wheel keeps cutting off. That is not good. Does explain some of the issues, but a bit heartbreaking for Otto, who has been one of the top contenders all season long. Ryan McDaniel, who called his shot for this race last week, is currently in 12th. Russell Worth, who finally wised up and got a Chevy, despite being on pit road a couple laps ago, has made his way all the way up to 14th. Brian O'Shell, another one who's made up a ton of spots, he is now in 15th. Lights are out on the pace car. Otto Cruz making it official. He is out for the night due to wheel issues. Bit of a heartbreak there. Green flag in the air, and Swafford is down and away. Blake Vicken in second. Tony Karen in third, who has had a couple of rough races and then suddenly has really started coming on strong the last couple of weeks. Could tonight be his night? Caution! Looks like PJ Cox and Joe Ogle involved. There's PJ off into the turn. Oh, and look, there is Ogle already around. PJ just had nowhere to go. And again, just the throttle on cold tires. So easy to spin the tire, or spin the right rear tire here with only 12 degrees of banking. And let's see if we can get a word with our third place driver. Hey, Tony, this is Doug. You got me?
Hey, what's up, Doug?
Hey, you're definitely having another comeback race here all the way up into third.
Yeah, just being patient, taking it easy, and taking what it gives me.
It looked like you had a run there for a moment on Blake before the caution came out. If this thing stays green, you going to be able to get around him and Justin?
I'm going to try and do it on the outside. That's the only way I think I can do it. Inside, I don't want to dive bomb anybody.
I have not seen anybody make a move to the high side yet tonight. If you could pull that off, that would be an impressive move.
I'll try it. If it doesn't work, then I won't.
All right, man. Well, good luck. Heck of a run here. And I know everybody else that pitted when you did said you're good on fuel, you're good on tires, you're good to the end.
10-4, Doug.
All right, good luck, man.
Thank you.
All right, getting ready to get one to green here in just a moment. Hang on, Pete. I'm going to have to look. I don't know if I have that number in front of me. I unfortunately don't have that number in front of me. A lot of times I'll keep track, but I lost track a few cautions ago. All right, pace car about to drop off. It's Swafford, Vicken, Karen, and Gardner, and Nate Johnson in the top 5. Just under 75 laps to go. Justin is down and away. Green flag is in the air. Off into turn 1, and he already has a good jump on it. And look at Jeremy Gardner. He's trying to make something happen on the high side on Nate. Nate down to the bottom, though, takes 4th. Tony Karen up in 3rd. Might want to look in his rearview mirror because here comes Nate Johnson. He is on a tear. Kenny Hyde Jr., one of the drivers that stopped at lap 103, just past the halfway point, has now made his way back up into 6th. Caution. James Smith involved. And this looks like a battle of the beer cars. Oh, and it looks like the silver bullet hit the Miller Genuine Draft and just sent it around. Nate Johnson, another driver that's picked up a ton of spots. He started in 23rd and is up to 19th. He was involved in one of the early incidents. That car is back to normal, though. And looks like he might have a little something for these guys. Hey, Nate, it's Doug. You got me?
Yep.
Hey, started 23rd. You were in an earlier incident. The truck got pretty torn up. You got it fixed. You're now back up into 4th, and it looks like you might have something for these top 3.
Man, it's all going to depend on fuel strategy. I think maybe the top 10 are on, if we need more cautions to make it, I think. I don't know. We'll have to see. Or the time might run out because there's like 45 minutes left in the session. So, rain's coming.
Rain is coming. Well, it does look like, at least on that restart, man, it looked like you were just, after you got clear of Jeremy, you were just running Tony down extremely quickly.
Yeah, this track, I just need time to get into a rhythm on this track, and then I feel like I'm pretty good. So hopefully we get a long green flag run here, see what I can do.
All right, man. Well, best of luck to you. It has been a rough night, but you've made your way back up toward the front. Great run.
Yep, thanks.
All right, Nate Johnson up into 4th, and it looks like we only have about 45 minutes before the rain gets here. But they have just over 65 laps left to go. If they can get one green flag run, one decent 20, 30 laps of green flag racing, I think we can make it. has been a wild night, but it's worth noting Justin Swafford started in 21st in the lead. Blake Vicken started 18th. He is in second. Tony Karen started back in 7th, is up to 3rd. Nate Johnson started 23rd, up to 4th. Russell Worth, finally getting in a decent truck, is now back into 13th after stopping at just past the halfway point. Lights are out on the pace car. Coming down the back straightaway, the pace car about to drop back in. Pace car is in. Swafford in the restart zone. He is down and away. Green flag is in the air. There might have been some incidents back behind on the restart. We'll have to look here in a minute. Down through turn 1. Nate already looking for a move, but here comes Kenny Hyde Jr. Kenny Hyde Jr. Oh, they touch in the middle of 3 and 4. Kenny Hyde Jr. is going to clear him out of turn 4. Now he is up to 4th. Let's see if we can see what happened on the restart. Looks like Joe Ogle and Brad Hunt and Barry all had an issue on the restart. It looks like the field just accordioned and they had to stop. And it looks like caution is back out. Ryan McDaniel. Ryan just gets loose off of turn 4. Oh, and then I think that was Brian O'Shell, just gets into the left rear corner panel and sends him outside. Pudge is back up into 14th now as he continues to work. It wasn't that many laps ago that he was a lap down, had been caught in several cautions, and has just managed to make his way back up toward the front. Brad Hunt is getting waved around again. Colby Whipple and Joe Ogle are on pit road. Brad Hunt still quite a few laps down. Looks like Barry has made his way back to the lead lap as well. It wasn't long ago he was several laps down. Just over 60 laps left to go in the race, and let's hear your predictions in the comments. Let me know who you think is going to pull off the win here tonight. It's really been a toss-up throughout this. A lot of guys back and forth. Guys like Kenny Hyde Jr., who was up front early on, had pitted and went back to about 14th. And has since worked his way back up to the front. Of course, there's Justin Swafford and Blake Vicken, both who started way back in the field, caught in early issues, got themselves fixed, and strategy brought them to the front. Nate Johnson, who's currently in 5th after starting 23rd. Russell Worth, who started in 30th and is now up to 13th. Brian O'Shell, who started 29th and is in 15th. A lot of drivers still on the lead lap, still in contention for this thing. And it looks like Adelaide is saying Kenny Hyde Jr. for the win. It's starting to look that way as he storms his way back toward the front. Pace car is in. Swafford in control. Green flag in the air. He's down and away. And look who is starting to march his way back toward the front, Jeremy Gardner. Kenny Hyde Jr. almost gets into Tony Caron's bumper. Nate Johnson trying to fight back on the high side. He is managing to hold Gardner off for the moment. Kenny Hyde Jr. still trying to find a way around Tony Caron. And it looks like Gardner might come out on top of this one. Can Nate get... Oh, a little wiggle out of Nate. Looked like he was going to try and slide back in. Couldn't get there yet. Now he's going to get it. He's going to try crossover into one. And Kenny Hyde Jr., Tony Caron goes wide. Has some problems off turn 2. Kenny Hyde Jr. almost got the run. Swafford out front has not been able to pull away. And now look at this. Tony Caron is looking like he's going to try and make something happen. Can't get there yet. And Barry, in another incident, caution is out. There's Barry in the 86. Brad Hunt right behind him. And for some reason, he slowed way down into the turn. More than he normally would. I'm not sure what happened there. This is definitely going to help a couple of those drivers who said they were close on fuel. Bryce Whipple is calling it. The Bronx will take everyone. He might be right. And just because I want to give him a little crap, while I have a chance, we're going to try and dial up Russell Worth again. Hey, Russell, this is Doug. You got me? Hey, Russell, this is Doug. You got me? Well, no, I could hear him keying, but just can't get him. Russell, just know that we are proud of you. Swafford still has the lead, but unlike what we saw earlier in the race with other drivers, he has not been able to pull away. Barry coming back out on track now. Kenny Hyde Jr. still in fourth. Jeremy Gardner and Nate Johnson have had a back and forth battle since getting up here around fifth spot. We could see this one heat up just a little bit. There has been a little bit of leaning on each other on a couple of occasions. Hey, Russell, this is Doug. You got me? Well, he keyed and I can hear him briefly. No, it obviously didn't work. Not sure what's going on there. I know we've talked to him in the past, but lights about to go out on the pace car. There'll be 50 to go when they get to the line. Here's an interesting number for you. The average I rating of the top 10 is about 2,200. Just doing some quick math in my head on that, but looks about right. So some of the best drivers on iRacing in the field here. As Justin Swafford leads them out, green flag in the air. Swafford does get a good jump. Blake Vicken comes with him, though. And Blake Vicken right to the back bumper. Tony Karen back in third, losing a little bit of ground. Kenny Hyde Jr. Kenny has the freshest tires of the front. Fourth. Tony Karen has to check up in the middle. Opens the door. Kenny Hyde Jr. looking down to the low. Oh, Tony gets into the back of Blake. He checks up. And here comes Kenny Hyde Jr. now to the bottom. You have to applaud the sportsmanship. A lot of these guys, if they see they bumped a guy, they'll back off, make sure they get straightened out. Everybody trying to run as clean a race as possible for a short track. Nate Johnson looked like he had a problem off turn 2. Swafford now opening up a small gap. Caution, Ryan McDaniel. Nope. Ryan McDaniel obviously backwards on the back straightaway. Give us just a moment. We're trying to get the replay pulled up. There is Ryan. He has definitely had a rough night tonight. I don't think he'll be calling his shot anymore. Loose off of turn 2. Brandon Newby is now handing out beer to the back half of the field. That's a bit scary. That is really weird, Brenda. I'm not sure what's going on. I can hear him when he pushes the button, but just for a second. So Swafford and Vicken on the up front, then Kenny Hyde Jr., Jeremy Gardner, Tony Karen, Nate Johnson, Chris Lockwood, Jacob Morgan now back in the top 10. Dean Webb also in 9th, and Charles Joplin back in the top 10 in 10th. Kenny Hyde Jr. has taken some great opportunities and made them work. He is back into 3rd. On much fresher tires than Justin Swafford and a lot fresher tires than Blake Vicken. However, both of those drivers, all the drivers should be good on fuel from here. Tire wear has not been as big of an issue as you would normally see at Martinsville tonight. Can Swafford hold everybody off a little while longer? The single file restarts definitely benefit the leader, but Blake Vicken has been close, and Kenny Hyde Jr. has a lot of speed as he comes towards the front. Ryan McDaniel, excuse me, now getting waved around the pace car as the lights go off. Pace car is in. Swafford leads him out of turn 4. He's on the throttle. Green flag in the air. Kenny Hyde Jr. manages to stay, almost into Blake Vicken's bumper. Jeremy Gardner now in 4th. Tony Karen in 5th. Nate Johnson in 6th. Brandon Newby had an incident. Oh, just a little bit loose off turn 2. Manages to hold on to it, though. I'm guessing because he took a lot of the beer and handed it to these competitors, lightened up the back bumper, or lightened up the back end of the car and made it a lot looser. Brian O'Shell had an incident. And so did Russell Worth just a moment ago. We'll take a look at that. Looks like Jacob Morgan down on the bottom, and oh, Brian O'Shell just loose. And there is Russell Worth down to the inside. Oh, Russell Worth's awesome run tonight might have just gone out the window. Caution is out. Bryant DeYoung involved. And looks like he gets just the slightest of bumps and goes around. Pudge gets caught again. Let's go back and take a look at what happened to Russell Worth. I think he ended up getting back out on the track. Let's see how quickly. Yeah, he is avoiding Brian O'Shell, but because of the grass, he ends up spinning it, loses a ton of spots. Believe he will be able to get back on the lead lap. But what a heartbreak for Russell Worth after getting in that Chevy and being so fast here tonight. We're still proud of you, Russell. So Swafford has the lead. Kenny Hyde Jr. has been working his way forward, hasn't been able to find a way past Blake Vicken yet. Now Jeremy Gardner is back up there. Him and Nate Johnson have been really battling it out. Hey, Jeremy, this is Doug. You got me?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, well, first off, let's start with the battle between you and Nate, because that has been back and forth, and there has been a little door rubbing.
Yeah, there has. I got a little rear damage, but there seems to be no problem with the truck. Still going good.
It looks like you two are pretty equally matched. Every time one of you moves up and puts the other one back, you just swap places every other restart, it seems like.
Yep, it's all going to come down to consistency and try not to brake too hard.
Well, are you going to be able to stay with Kenny? It looks like he keeps getting a run down there, and if he can open up the inside, are you going to be able to follow him through?
I'm going to try to. He's staying super close to the leaders, and they keep banging doors and stuff, so I'm trying to sit back a little bit and see how that unfolds.
There have been a few close calls right in front of you for sure.
Oh, 100%.
All right, man. Well, good luck. You've had one heck of a run tonight despite a lot of chaos around you.
All right, appreciate it, buddy.
All right, Jeremy Gardner currently in fourth, Nate Johnson in fifth. Those two have been swapping spots, and obviously he has seen some of the what's going on in front of him, deciding to play it a little safe. Pace car is in. Swafford controls the restart. He's down and away. Green flag in the air. Blake Vicken went wide off turn 4. Fortunately, Kenny Hyde Jr., fortunately for him, Kenny Hyde was not in position to take it. Now, Nate Johnson is right back to the back bumper on Jeremy Gardner. And, oh, look at this. Blake Vicken said he was going to do it. He tried to go to the high side, make something happen. Kenny Hyde Jr. almost got to the inside. They are starting to try and make up. Oh, Kenny Hyde Jr. gets a run. He's down on the bottom. He's got the nose in. Blake Vicken still trying to make something happen up high. But it's a drag race down the front straightaway. Oh, they touch. Blake Vicken is around. Blair Patterson and other incidents on track caution. And it looks, oh, Jacob Morgan gets tapped, goes around. Blair Patterson is right there. And I think I saw a puff of black smoke out of Blair's truck. Jarrett Woodard also involved in an incident. Might be, yeah, that incident happens right in front of him. He checks up, goes to the bottom, but has to come to a complete stop. Managed to keep the truck out of trouble. Let's take a closer look at Blair Patterson because I think his engine might have actually been damaged on this one. No, I think that was tire smoke off of Jacob Morgan. His engine might be okay. Brandon Newby had to tow to pit road. It looks like his night might be over. Kenny Hyde Jr. has moved up into second. And it looks like Blake Vicken went to pit road. Not sure if he needed repairs or not. Didn't look like he had any real damage. Oh, Ryan McDaniel has lost all the force feedback in his wheel. He cannot feel what the truck is doing now. Yeah, Brandon, if you'll deliver, that'd be great. At least, Brandon, at least you can get the party started a little bit earlier tonight. All right, we're going to have less than 30 to go at the restart. And I think based on the last couple of green flag runs, I think we'll be able to complete the race before the rain gets here. I'm not in Texas anymore, unfortunately. I'm unfortunately in a really crap state, just a hair north and east of there. I'm from Texas, but no, I'm not there currently, unfortunately. All right, Justin Swafford has the lead, but now Kenny Hyde Jr. on his back bumper. Gardner and Nate Johnson have been going at it hard. They are in third and fourth. That could get interesting as well. Lights are out on the pace car. Pace car is in. Swafford will control the restart again. Can he hold Kenny Hyde Jr. off? Oh, Kenny gets a bad start. Looks like he suddenly checked up. 26 laps to go. Jeremy Gardner in third, Nate Johnson in fourth. Tony Karen is in fifth. Oh, we've got a car flying on the back straightaway. Caution is out. Charles Joplin involved. We'll have to see who flew. Oh, we got a car off the wall. Several cars involved in that one. And I think that might have been Dean Webb. Let's see if we can get another look, but from Dean Webb's. I think Dean Webb somehow got caught in that mess. No, the 84 right above him. Oh, yeah. The 84 bounced off the wall, caught Dean Webb, sent half his truck up in the air. All right, Swafford still has the lead. Brandon, I need to send you a message later about that. It's funny you should mention that. Charles Joplin has towed to pit road. Chris Lockwood has towed to pit road. So a lot more cars that might be done. It has been a rough race as there's only 19 cars left on the lead lap. $31 registered, 30 started the race. Several more on pit road. Looks like Jacob Morgan's coming down pit road. Justin Swafford in the lead. Looks like Russell Worth is going to get waved back around. I believe that'll move him up to about 19th, so he is trying to recover from the incident earlier that sent him way back after having such a good run early on. Russell Worth waved back to the lead lap, and Justin Swafford in the lead. Can he hold Kenny Hyde Jr. off? Gardner and Nate Johnson have been battling as well. Tony Caron has been quietly sitting back there in 5th. Pace truck is in. And they are down and away. Green flag is back in the air. 20 to go at the line. Kenny Hyde stays with him this time. Sends it in hard into turn 1. Nate sends Jeremy Gardner around caution. And it looks like Tony Caron got caught in this one. Down into turn 1. Nate tries to stick the nose. And it looks like Jeremy came down as Nate drifted up mid-turn. Tony Caron nowhere to go. That moves Patrick Piper now into 3rd. Nate Johnson into 4th. Dean Webb now in 5th. James Smith, Patrick Gitter, Blair Patterson, and Colby Whipple and PJ Cox into the top 10. PJ Cox is another one that had a rough start to the race, but has managed to stick it out and make his way back into the top 10. Hey PJ, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Doug.
Hey, a rough start to the night for you for sure, but now you're back up in the top 10 and continuing to march your way forward.
Yeah, man, we got caught up too early there. You know, just didn't have nowhere to go. We just nursed it, and I mean, we're sitting pretty good right now, actually.
Yeah, and with all the battling that's been going on up in the top 5, you still have an opportunity to pick up some more spots by attrition, and obviously a bit of a fast car out there too.
Yeah, I mean, we got it freshened up now. It's running a lot better, so I mean, I think we might still have a shot. 17 laps, you know, judging by how the night's been, anything can happen.
Definitely true. And I have to tell you, seeing your car makes me want to smoke again, by the way.
It's tough, man. I see it out there on the hood all the time.
I'm sure you do. Well, congrats on getting back into the top 10. Given the way your race started, that is truly an accomplishment, and good luck for the rest of this one.
No doubt, man. Thanks.
All right, PJ Cox now back into the top 10. And it looks like Brad Hunt got another lap back. Still showing about 8 laps down, but has continued making up a little bit of ground, and just by staying out there is 21st at the moment. And just proving you can't keep a good Chevy down, Russell Worth is back in 16th. And continues making his way forward. All right, lights are out on the pace car. They'll have about 15 laps to go. Pace car is in. Justin fires, and they're green flag again. Kenny Hyde Jr. on that last restart was looking to move to the high side and see if he can make something happen. Now he's looking for a crossover. Patrick Piper back there in third. Dean Webb in fourth now. James Smith, another one. Started in 15th, up into 5th now. Patrick Gitter, who got wrecked early on, had a lot of Oh! We've got cars in the wall. Caution is out, and Kenny Hyde Jr. Kenny Hyde trying to make something happen. Up on the high side. Oh, he clipped the bump out of turn 2. Gets Dean Webb, gets Patrick Gitter. Kenny Hyde Jr. has towed to the pits after battling for the lead. That moves Patrick Piper up into second. Dean Webb is on pit road. Patrick Gitter also on pit road. And what a turn of events this is. Let's see if we can talk to our new second place driver. Actually, don't see Patrick Piper available. And we just talked to BJ Cox, who had just gotten back into the top 10 after a rough start to that race. He's now up into 7th. And Russell Worth is back up into 13th. A lot is changing very quickly. And with this race coming down to less than 10 laps, I would expect a lot more chaos and probably some rough driving. So Justin Swafford still has the lead. Patrick Piper in second. James Smith now in third. Blair Patterson fourth. Colby Whipple in fifth. And Bryant DeYoung, PJ Cox, Brian O'Shell, Jacob Morgan, and Joe Ogle round out the top 10. Barry now back up in 11th. Blake Vicken in 12th. Russell Worth is 13th. Jarrett Woodard in 14th. Nate Johnson in 15th. Tony Karen 16th. Dean Webb 17th. And Jeremy Gardner in 18th. 18 cars left on the lead lap. Excuse me. Pace car is back in. And Patrick Piper right on Swafford's back bumper. Swafford waits and fires at the last second. Gets a good jump on the field as the green flag comes out. And here comes James Smith. Looked like he was going to try and make a move on the high side. Can't get there yet. Caution is out back behind. Brian O'Shell involved. Off into turn one, Jacob Morgan. Oh, Jacob just clipped the curbing there and bounced up into Brian O'Shell. Bryant DeYoung is another one that got caught in some early cautions, but has made his way back up into 6th place now. That truck's still in really good shape. Hey, Bryant, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. Hey, you're another one that had a really rough start early on, but you've managed to fight your way back quite well.
Yeah, I've been trying, man. It's been rough. It's rough out here with these boys.
It definitely has been. There has been a lot of bumping, and it looks like your truck is actually in perfect condition. Given the way some of the trucks in front of you look right now and might be handling a little off, do you see yourself making it in the top 5, and how far can you get?
I'm trying. I'm digging. I promise you I'm digging. But these boys are breaking in really early, so we'll see how it goes.
All right, man. Well, good luck. You've definitely had quite a comeback tonight and still have a little bit of a chance here.
I appreciate that, Doug. I'm going to try to go get them.
All right, man. All right, Brian DeYoung in 6th place. We will have just a few laps to go. Could see the green-white checker come into play here. So it's Swafford up front still. Patrick Piper in 2nd. James Smith in 3rd. Blair Patterson 4th. Colby Whipple in 5th. Then Brian DeYoung, PJ Cox, Jacob Morgan, Joe Ogle, and Barry. Barry's back in the top 10. All right, lights are out on the pace car. They'll have 2 laps to go. But they still have a green-white checkered available if it comes down to it. Time and rain are still an issue, but they should be able to finish. Pace car is in. Can Justin hold him off 2 more laps? He's down and away. Green flag is in the air. He gets a good jump on Patrick Piper. And look at this. Brian DeYoung's already making a move for 5th. Now he's got to try and run down Blair Patterson. Swafford coming out of turn 4. Once he takes the white, there will be no caution. White flag is in the air. Justin Swafford has half a second. Bryant DeYoung now up into 4th place and marching his way forward. Justin Swafford coming out of turn 4 has the advantage. And Justin Swafford is going to win a rough race at Martinsville. Patrick Piper comes home in 2nd. James Smith comes home 3rd. Bryant DeYoung manages to come back and finish 4th. Colby Whipple manages to pull off a 5th place finish despite a lot of problems early on and going a couple of laps down. What a race. Let's see if we can talk to our winner. Hey, Justin, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Copy.
Hey, man, that was a hard-fought win right there, man.
Oh man, I tell you, I didn't want to win it off of cautions, but it just played into my hands that way, so I'll take it.
And it's worth noting you stopped last at lap 50, so old tires. Obviously, tire were not a huge issue tonight, but you managed to hold the fuel and pull this one off. Chaos literally right behind you as a couple of guys were battling for second place, but you managed to hold them off.
Yeah. And there goes engine's gone. Fuel's almost gone, so we were shutting her down, under caution, saving as much as I could, and it just played out in my favor.
It definitely did. You did hold off some really tough competition behind you. And, man, what a win. And congratulations. I know your season has been pretty good so far, but that definitely is going to help.
It definitely is a good feeling, man. I almost didn't run this race tonight. I told myself I was going to go out there, just get whatever points I could, and yet here we are. So I guess that's the secret.
Apparently so, man. Congratulations, man. That was one heck of a run.
Thanks, man.
All right, let's see if I can find Patrick Piper. Hey, Patrick, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
I got you, Doug. How's it going?
Hey, man, pretty good. You didn't look like you had much for the for Justin there, but you still were able to pull away there at the end with some really fast trucks right behind you.
I was pretty happy with that. I mean, just the fact that I was able to run, up in the upper half of the field this race, because I was honestly thinking of pulling out of this race because I got a Tdap and my COVID booster earlier, and both my arms are just super sore, and I feel like a little weird. So.
Well, it's funny. Justin just said he was thinking about not running this race too. So pretty interesting that two guys that had no intention of running finished 1-2.
Yeah, no, I'm happy with that. And then also the other thing was too, just with all those cautions, I was also cooking my wife dinner during most of practice, and so I didn't really get ready for the race. Really ready. I didn't really practice, and I didn't really even go to the bathroom, and I had to really go most of that race. I thought I was in trouble.
Well, you might want to go do that one now, buddy.
No, dude, I parked on the front straight right as soon as the checker went out, slammed on the brakes, and I hopped right out of here.
Okay, so that explains what that move was all about.
Yep, that was urgency right there.
Well, I gotta say, that is quite awesome, and congratulations. You definitely made up a ton of spots tonight to come home second. Great run, man.
All right, thanks a lot, Doug, and thank you for sticking around for all that.
My pleasure. I do not see our third place finisher, James Smith, available, but huge shout out, congratulations to him, congratulations to all the drivers that survived. It was definitely a rough race, but these guys put on one heck of a show, one heck of a battle. I'm sure the points are going to be flip-flopped quite a bit after this one, but it was definitely an exciting couple of weeks of short track racing, and I look forward to much more out of this series as the season goes on. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It has been an awesome night of racing. I hope you guys had as much fun as we did, and have a great night.